Howdy folks, it is DIECASTS Buffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR 06, the greatest playthrough ever. So, let's go ahead and hop into our second event. If you're just tuning in, you missed the first episode. We finished 20th in our debut, which is pretty bad considering we're driving Evernham equipment. He's pretty much probably just subsidizing the team, just running off his Cup Series money, but that means we should have great equipment. It's like ARCA with Joe Gibbs Racing. So while the Busch Series are taking on the Hershey's Tech 5 at Daytona, we'll be at the Badger State 150 over there at Milwaukee. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Race 2 of the season, and hopefully we don't crash out. Also, it should show who wins the other races or not. Okay. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But this is such a cool layout, man. You have the 153 car, 191, the 192. You have your prestige points, and for the newer fan out there, I don't see a lot of love for this game. The more prestige points, the better contract you get. So we're going to go ahead and head on down for qualifying. Alrighty, folks, so we qualified last once again, because no surprise there, but our teammates are doing pretty well. Yeah, we're just trying to learn these modified cars. I'm trying to figure out how much can we actually push these vehicles, and we're struggling. So let's go ahead and kick off the second race of this playthrough. They also have little bonus joints if you can finish ahead of all your teammates at the Badger State 150. Oh boy, fan support. That'd be a lot of fans. 10,000 fans. I don't know, man. This is such a cool racetrack. Here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. All right, so we got to find a way to just get a handle on these cars, man. These things are so difficult without assist. We did have full assist on at Richmond, which could have actually hurt us because it does have throttle restriction to kind of keep you from overdriving the corner. Well, I've lowered it down to limited, so it's going to have a little bit of braking help and a little bit of throttle help. It's either that or nothing, and I've tried racing on NASCAR 06 with nothing, and let me tell you, it's near impossible to be competitive because you're always sliding in the middle of the corner, and it's not like a little slide that you can catch. It's like four wheels drifting like that every corner without its assists. So you really need like a steering wheel setup and a way to adjust its sensitivity. Which, fun fact, you can actually adjust the sensitivity on NASCAR 09 for the PS2, and you can literally use it as a wedge slider. So you can make your car extremely tight and then adjust the steering sensitivity, and you could probably run the apron at like Fontana the entire race. So we're struggling here once again, and I don't know, man. It just feels like the car doesn't have speed. I should probably check and see where these Evernham cars rank, because I know there's better teams, but like, dang, dude. I don't know, it just feels like it just doesn't have speed, and I'm pretty much got the gear ratios maxed out. I mean, I can keep tinkering on it, but this is going to be an interesting playthrough to see if we can overcome these challenges. I really need to practice each race and just try to get a feel for these cars. I'm so used to the Nextel Cup or Sprint Cup or whatever vehicles. These things, you can adjust them completely different. You can do a whole lot harder on like the tire wear because the tires don't wear that much, right? They're probably a really hard compound. That way the teams can save money. But you can just see, like, we're having to lift in the corners, right, to be able to make the corner. So if we make it looser, it would turn, but then it would do this four-wheel slide. So that tells me we need speed. It's not so much handling, it's more or less speed that we're down. So we're going to have to find a way to get some better setups in terms of the gear ratio. And that's another curveball with a brand new game, is that each game, NASCAR game, especially the transition from Chasing the Cup to NASCAR 06, there's going to be a lot of changes in terms of the driving physics, right? So the gear ratios in one game would probably not work in the next game. And and that's kind of how it works, I would imagine. So, like, what you do in Thunder 03 might not be, anywhere relevant to NASCAR 06 and vice versa. But you can just see the car just feels sluggish. Full throttle in the corner. Have the acceleration up, right? So that means it gets to the top of the line, entering the corner, but maybe we need to go the other way. Maybe we need to reduce the acceleration, increase the top speed, see how that goes. Because these modifieds, they have such lower horsepower that they can essentially run almost full throttle at a track like New Hampshire. Which I was always really good at New Hampshire on whenever I played this game years ago. Just really struggling. The tire wear is really starting to affect this, though. We're just gonna have to get better, right? We're just gonna have to get better at the setups. In the next race, though, we're definitely gonna work on that. We're gonna definitely work on car setup and some practice. Just get a feel for these things from a technological perspective. The truck series, I feel like gets better at times than the modifieds, because the modifieds, it's like hit or miss. It's like you're either dominant or you're like off the charts, right? And I feel like with the trucks, when you're really good, you're consistent everywhere. The Busch cars are feast or famine. Nextel Cup, feast or famine. But I feel like the trucks are like the most balanced out of all four of the series in this play. And with the trucks, at least you have cautions. Oh, dang! Someone hit the wall there. That's a cheesy point. We'll take it. But in the truck series, you have cautions. So if someone has an incident, everyone re-racks and keeps going. Well, if you go to Levi Strauss Raceway, which is like a alternate version of Nazareth, or Trenton, if you will, you basically have to dodge cars sometimes the entire race because they're always wrecking. And the wreck avoidance in this game is actually really good. Like, if a car spins, everybody behind them just slams on the brake. So you don't have to worry about people running you over in this game. Clint Ferguson's going to get the W, and we are just struggling in this 19. At least we got some allies. That's one of the good things about running in the back. You literally don't, you don't hit it. You don't gain any life. The good news is their teammates sometimes are struggling as well. 16th in a 22-car race. Take what we can get. On to the next one, fellas. And, well, hey, we got some more team prestige points. Our teammates like, what are you doing, man? You're struggling every week. Come on, man. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to go and practice for the next race, wherever it's at. Hopefully it's a good track, though. It's interesting how, like, this game, whenever it loads, it literally just goes to a black screen. So that's pretty cool. Let's go pull up our phone and see what's going on here. Oh, rip. Maybe you should try go-kart racing. You failed the team challenge. I probably agree. And I've raced on Project Cars, the go-karts. Dude, it's crazy, bro. And let's see. Okay, so that's the message. I love the feature of the phone in this game. It's so cool because you actually have a fantasy thing. Like, you can literally play the fantasy for the Daytona 500. And if you do, you actually get to pick a team and see how they do. You have the web, and it tells you all these different things. You have your archive, so you can, like, literally keep some of your all of your, like, contract negotiations. You can keep all that in the game. And when you go to it, actually, it's just so cool. Just so cool. I love this game. You can, what else can you do? Yeah, you can click on these and they'll send you a random message. It's so cool. Like, these are the things that NASCAR games do not have anymore. And that's why I believe NASCAR 06 is the most complete NASCAR game ever. So, our first season, and it's already turned into a Charmin toilet paper fiesta. 2 horrible finishes, and we're struggling badly. And what sucks is the team is a 4-star team. We should easily be winning races, but we are struggling. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna preview the next race real quick, and then we're gonna wrap this episode up. The next race, so that's already done for February. Dang, having 2 crappy races and then having to wait like 2 weeks to go racing again. Martinsville. That's never been a good track for me, really, for the modifieds. It's really tough. This one right here, Nazareth. Oh boy, they like the wreck there. And you look further down the race. I love this feature, how the calendar system works. So many sports games don't have that, and it's stupid. They should have it. It just makes the game feel more legit, and especially when it says the year that you're racing in or you're playing your season in, instead of it saying season 2 or season 3, which then you have to think about what year it is. I like when it just says it on the screen. That's how it should be. Levi Strauss, that is a bugaboo of a track. And you go further, Old Spice. I love Old Spice Speedway. I'm pretty good there, I believe. UPS, that is a hit or miss track. So my point is with all this is that when we go to a track that I'm actually really good at, which Mr. Colleen's a fun place, I mean, it's Old Spice or New Hampshire. New Hampshire's all the way in July. So my point is we're probably going to have a lot of bad finishes before we get there. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And for all your diecast shopping needs, fellas, feel free to use that promo code DIECASTBuffet over there at Circle Diecast for hats, t-shirts, diecast, you name it. And you can save on shipping, guys. Any orders $30 or more. That's all for now. On to the next one. Oh boy, this playthrough, it's going to get spicy before too long, because we're probably going to tear up some equipment at Martinsville. Have a great one, everybody. Diecast Buffet. God bless. Signing off.